Hello guys, we are excited to have you here. The team in SDET Byte Hackers working hard on this channel and we are eager to hear what you think. We will come up with more hacks in Jmeter and new performance tool in upcoming future. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any hacks video once it got released. Before I start, I would like to thank you for each and every subscriber of SDT Byte Hackers and their love and support. Without your support, it's nearly impossible for me to continue producing content on a regular basis. I really love each and everyone comment and love to prepare a new content if it is hard to explain you our comment.
In today's topic, we will be discussing the problem statement, which is how to dynamically call an auth token in load runner test scripts. As I have already created a Jmeter video for this problem statement, we will now see how we can accomplish it in load runner. If you would like to visit and watch the Jmeter solution, the video link is in the description below. Feel free to go and watch it. Let's move and see how to solve this problem in load runner. So the inline question in your mind is, what is done by this load runner? Load runner is helped to simulate real world user activity and analyze system performance under various load conditions. The three major components of load runner are ViewGen, virtual user generator, second one is controller, third one is load generator. Let's see what do you mean by virtual user generator, that is ViewGen. ViewGen allow tester to record user interaction with an application and create script to simulate user behavior during performance testing. In simple terms, we can call like ViewGen means which simulate user behavior. How the user will do the action in application, that behavior we can simulate here. Now let's see what do you mean by controller. The controller component orchestrates the execution of performance test by managing virtual user, distributing load across multiple machines, and monitoring the system resources. The final one is load generator. Load generator are responsible for generating simulated user traffic by executing the scripts created in ViewGen. This generator emulates thousands of concurrent users accessing the application during same time. Let's understand these three components in a layman language. Writing a recipe for baking a cake, we can call it as a ViewGen. Similar to overseeing multiple chefs baking cakes at the same time, we can call it as a controller. Here, multiple chefs means we can call it as a load generator. Hope this clear the concept of these three components.
Let's open load runner and dirty our hands. In the very first step, it will ask for you to choose the protocol. So what do you mean by protocol? In simple terms, protocol means set of rules. Whenever client send a request and the server send a response back, it should follow some set of rules, which is nothing but the protocol. It will change all the time depending on the purpose. Let's discuss few examples of protocols. Let's suppose if you want to transfer the file from client to server, then you use FTP protocols. Let's say if you want to send a mail from client to server and server will send it to some other client, then you can use SMTP protocol. SMTP protocol means simple mail transfer protocol. So what we learned so far is, depending upon the purpose, the protocol or the communication between the client and server will change. Let's take an example. Imagine there are two German guys fighting each other and a third guy comes to console them. The third guy, however, speaks only on French.
and he does not understand German. Could there be a solution? Yes, the third guy must learn German in order to offer proper advice to two Germans, right? As a result, we conclude that when we record communication between client and server, it occurs at their network level. In order to record it, it needs to understand which protocols client and server are using. As we are going to use REST API call for our demo, so I am selecting the protocol as a web HTTP/HTML protocol. Please provide the script name. Let's say script name is Devi demo. Let's write Devi demo. Okay, you can provide the script name as per your need. Select the location where you want to store your scripts. Provide the solution name. Let's suppose I am providing my solution name as a REST API test. REST API test. Okay. Let's hit the create button. Boom. Okay. You can see in the left hand side, right? You have a solution explorer where your solution name is REST API test. Okay, your script name is Devi demo. We can see few more files in the left hand side. We will go in detail with each section. Okay, let's understand the REST API which we are going to use for our demo. I have a REST API called show order. Okay, so which is a get API. This API will take a AUTH2 token and able to give the response as per the requested data. We need to run this test for 2 hours. Let's suppose your auth token lifespan is 30 minutes. So what we need to do? We need to get a fetch token after each 30-minute gap interval, right? Let's move load runner and see how to implement it. Now we are in LoadRunner home page. Each virtual user script will always have three default transactions. One is viewuser init, another one is action, right? The third one is viewuser end. Okay, so let's understand what do you mean by user init, what do you mean by action, what do you mean by user end, right? We need to understand the purpose, why we are using it. Okay, let's move and understand what do you mean by user init. Okay, user init, a section of the script which contains initialization part. Let's suppose you are writing a program. You want to initialize few of the variables, right? You have to write in the initialization section. So what do we mean by user init? A section of the script which contains initialization part like user defined function, user defined variables, logins, right? Your application login, etc. It runs only once during the test. Okay, hope it's clear. The next transaction is called action. This section contains the business process and runs in an iterative manner. The action part has real user activities which could be separated by transaction. It may or may not contain login and logout transaction depending on how your script logic is created. Okay, it's not mandatory always to write login in user init and logout in user end. You can also write login and logout in the action class also. So there is a common interview question like What is the importance of user init apart from login functionality? Right? So the user init does the pre-operation, also called the initialization operation, before the actual application is run. In the controller, user remains in the ready state while executing the user init function. Okay, guys, hope you understand very clearly now. It's not only user init have to initialize the application, it always ready or it always does the pre-operation. Okay? The following interview question is it necessary to write login and logout code in user init and user end function respectively? But the answer is no, because it's not mandatory always to write the respective code in the different section. Login and logout code could also be written in the action part. In such case, user will log in and log out in each iteration. Okay? Hope it's clear now. So the next section is extra files. We need to understand what is the need of extra files. Sometimes our script needed extra files to execute it, right? So the purpose of extra file is that storing extra files which are used by the script. For example, define constant, define variables used by the scripts. Sometimes we are using common utility function for the script to execute, right? In those areas, we need extra files. If you expand this extra files area, you can see global.sh, right? Global.h. So where you can define your global variable and constant variable. Hope it's clear. So, so the next item in Solution Explorer is runtime setting. It is your brain for your script execution where you can define a way to run the user scripts. It controls the test execution at the runtime. It helps to set up the script execution logic. It enables the standard or extended log during your execution for debugging purpose. It emulates the real world user behavior during the test run. Right? Let's go over the specific options you require for your execution in depth and learn how to use them. One thing to remember is that the runtime configuration which you are going to do or which you are going to set up in runtime setting will enable you to simulate user behavior in real time for your application. There is no standard template is there for runtime setting. I see people do mistake by setting guidelines for their own load runner script execution without understanding their requirement. Right? It's completely wrong, guys. The important thing is you need to understand your requirement, design your template and user behavior for your application for which you are planning to run your execution, right? So the important thing here is design your user behavior for your application. How can you design? By the help of runtime setting, or you can implement the user behavior for your application by the help of runtime setting or script execution logic. How your script execution logic will be changed or how your script execution logic can be defined, which will help you to achieve your objective of the requirement. Okay guys, let's go in detail each component of runtime setting and understand their usage. So the first component in runtime setting is run logic. It provides an option to arrange the sequence of action and define the number of iteration. Right? As you see in the screen, we can able to arrange our action, that is view user init, right, and action and view user end. As for the current design, view user init will run for first time, then action will iterate based on the number of iteration, right, given in the number of iteration option. At last view user end will execute it. Okay, there is one more way you can add more blocks into the run logic. If you click on these options, click on insert after, right, you can put a block, you can write action, you can end view user and view user init as well, right. All the design depending on you guys. You need to understand your requirement and design how your run logic should be set. Let's move to the next part. Next option in the runtime setting is pacing. Okay, let's understand what do you mean by pacing. Pacing is nothing but to insert a fixed or random delay between iteration. Let's suppose you have a 10 iteration, you want to give some delay between each iteration, or you can give a random delay, right, between each iteration. What is the need of pacing? Why you are going to give pacing in your run execution? Because you need to achieve your SLA, service level agreement, right? So let's suppose you are planning to run for 10 TPS and you have to adjust your pacing accordingly so that you will achieve your 10 TPS, right? So the next option in runtime setting is log, right? You can see here in the log option we have a two section. One is called send message, another is called detail view. Loggings are defined in two ways, guys. One is standard log, another is extended log. Need to understand what is the usage of logs, right? This option will help us to define what and when logs are to be stored, right? You need to understand when the logging should be start, right, under which condition logging will be start. You can instruct user or controller how much log size can be stored. In the second option, guys, you can able to see log when error occurs and limit cache to size. If I am giving 10 KB, it will be take the log size of 10 KB and it will be neglect other logs. It's always best solution to go for a standard logs during your execution. If you want to debug your script, it's a best option to choose extended logs for the debugging purpose only. Don't select extended log during your execution, like you are running for a load test or you are running for a soak test, right? During this long hour test, don't use extended log. Okay, you always choose standard logs. Only when extended log can be used when you do debugging your script, guys. Hope it clears. So the next option in runtime setting is think time. Let's understand what do you mean by think time and why we are using think time. Think time will help to insert fixed or random delay between the transaction. Guys, it's very important to understand think time and pacing, right? These are the two components you can adjust to achieve your target SLA. So the next question is why we are using think time. We are using it to adjust and achieve our target TPS. You have observed two things here. One is pacing, another is think time, right? What do you mean by pacing? These both are very confusing, guys. You need to understand their concept while using it. Let me reiterate. Pacing is nothing but the time delay between the iteration. Think time is nothing but the time delay between the transaction. Hope it clears. So the next option in runtime setting is additional attribute. Let's understand what is the usage of additional attribute. By help of additional attribute, you can add a parameter to the script and have a flexibility to change the value through runtime setting. We will see the usage of additional attribute when we are writing the script. So the next section in runtime setting is miscellaneous. This section helps to do the setting for error handling, multi-threading and automatic transaction. Okay guys, you can use based on your requirement. Let's move to the next section, that is called browser emulation. Normally this setup is required only for browser like cache, right? You have a user agent section, and if you go down you have a browser cache, right? You can able to select the selection based on your need guys. Okay, so the next section in runtime setting is network tab, right? So there are two options inside the network tab. One is called speed simulation, another is called streaming. Okay, let's understand what to mean by speed simulation and how we can use speed simulation and where to use speed simulation, right? Speed simulation will help to configure network speed by setting up the bandwidth value. You have three options guys, right? Maximum bandwidth, another is a preferred bandwidth, another is a custom bandwidth. In the preferred bandwidth is a drop down here towards the right. You can select your preferred bandwidth as per your requirement. Okay, let's move to streaming option. Normally this streaming option we can use to set up video buffer timeout and retries, right? Basically video size, right? You can provide your streaming method, right, by video size or by video decoding, and timeout for video buffering, that is called retries, right, is 30 seconds and number of retries is 10, right? How much your video buffering and how much is number of retries, and you can also able to collect your log during your streaming time. Okay, hope it clears. So the next section in runtime setting is internet protocol. The first option in internet protocol is content check. It helps to finding known error in the script while execution. You can use this particular tab for check when you are running your scripts, right? Let's move to the second option, proxy. You can set up a custom proxy here. When you want to do a custom proxy for your project, you can use this option. There are a lot of options available for the custom proxy as well as for authentication. You can use as per your need. Let's move to the preferences. So guys, preferences will help you to handle checkpoints, image checkpoint or text checkpoint, performance graph like hit per second or page per second or response byte per second, right? And advanced setting. So in the advanced setting already you are using those things, right? HTTP methods, then you can use general settings. Okay, guys, use it as per your need. Let's move to the next one, that is download filters. When to use download filters? Download filters will help to exclude unwanted requests coming from any server or with a URL, right? That time you can able to use download filter. So the next section in runtime setting is data format extension. Data format extension tab have a two options. One is called chain configuration, another is called advanced. So when to use chain configuration? Chain configuration, this setting helps to configure data format extension during code generation. Okay, let's move to the second option, advanced. In advanced, what we can do? We can use a custom JRE. If you are using a custom JRE for your project, so you can select this one and provide the path of your custom JRE. Okay, guys, hope it clears. It's very detailed and very clear, and all the option in runtime setting, guys. You have to go watch and clear yourself the logic when to use, how to use. If you understand when to use and how to use, then 70% of load runner concept is clear. Now we will see how to write our script and achieve our requirement. Let's move to the coding section. Okay, guys, see you. Before we dive into today's demonstration, I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to all of you. Thank you for your patience and dedication in going through the previous lecture. I hope you found the information valuable and that it has provided you with a solid foundation. Your engagement and effort are truly appreciated. I am confident that the knowledge you have gained will greatly enhance your understanding of today's demo. Let's get started and explore this topic further together. Let's recap the problem statement. How to dynamically call an auth token in LoadRunner test scripts. Let's understand the prerequisite. First, what we need? We need a REST API auth token endpoint. It will generate the auth token, right? Then what we need? We need the business or actual endpoint which will take this auth token and perform the action. The main criteria what we are going to achieve today is periodically we have to monitor the lifespan of the auth token and regenerate the auth token once it got expired during our execution. That is our achievement, guys. Okay, let's see how we can achieve this particular task, right, in our load runner scripts. Let's go ahead. This is my auth token endpoint in Postman. This authentication token endpoint will provide me with a valid token. Let's move on the business or experience API endpoint. This experience API endpoint will take the authorization token and provide me with the desired response. So order will take the token and return my response based on my order ID. Okay. Now let's implement this in the load runner. Okay, let's move to load runner. We are going to create a new script. So go to file menu. Okay, click on file menu, click on new script and solution. Okay, now you are able to see create a new script pop-up window. Okay, we need to select the category first. We can see there are a lot of categories under the category tab. It is a single protocol, multiple protocol, mobile and IoT, popular and recent. As we are going to dealing with REST API, we are going to use web HTTP HTML protocol. Okay, let's provide a proper naming convention. Okay, guys, following a proper naming convention is very important for a performance tester. So what is our naming convention should be? Start with LR. Okay, you need to write the feature name, feature name, then you need to write the function name. Okay, guys, function name. Let's go. Okay, what is my feature name? Here my feature name is order. Okay, here my function name is show order or view order. Okay, guys, let's remove the square brackets. For our understanding purpose, I have given the square brackets. Okay, okay, lr underscore order underscore view order. Okay, then click on create button. Okay guys, our project is on now, right? So let's look into the solution explorer. In the solution explorer, we have a action folder, right? Under this action folder, we have three methods. One is called viewuser init, another is called action, another is called viewuser end. We already know the concept of viewuser init, action, and viewuser end. Let's go ahead and write our auth token script. What I'm going to do is I will go and right click and rename this action. Okay, this action is I will write as a auth token. AUTH auth token. Okay guys, auth token. Okay, my auth token method is ready. What I need? I need one more business API or experience API, right? So I will be going to create one more method under the action folder. So what I will do? Right click, create new action, give action name as REST API endpoint, right? Or business API endpoint. REST API underscore endpoint. Okay guys, we are ready with our both the method. One is auth token, another is REST API endpoint. Let's go ahead and write the script for auth token. I know you guys are super excited to know how to convert API, REST API into a LR script with easy steps, right? Nobody want to write the scripts, LR scripts. It's very hard to write and you have to remember a lot of parameters, right? Is there any easy way how we can convert REST API to a LR script automatically, right? With few minimal steps. Okay, who don't know how to write LR scripts, it easy step for you to convert REST API into LR scripts. Okay, let's go ahead and create the auth token REST API into LR scripts. Okay guys, let's move. Okay, right now we are in auth token method. Okay, what we are going to do is go to design option, go to insert scripts, go to REST API. Okay guys, you have see a REST step properties. Okay, in this window you can fill whatever the REST API details needed in Postman. Those same properties and details you can copy it over here. Okay, these are the this is very easy steps. Okay, I have written all my details in the notepad. Let's go ahead and fill my token details. Guys, very clear. You need to fill your token details as per your business need. As for my business need or as for my demo, this is my URLs. So I'm going to use this URL. So let's go ahead and write my URL. Okay. My method is a post method. Okay. Now what I need some header, two header, right? This is my header section. Guys, if you drop down, click the drop down, you can able to see the header information. What I need authorization. Okay, or you can directly copy paste and write also. Okay guys, let's go ahead and write authorization. This is my basic authorization token. But guys, make sure don't copy my authorization token. I have deleted my authorization token. For demo purpose, I have given some syntax. Okay, this is not my real-time authorization token. Okay. Okay. I need one more header, right? What I need to do, I need to click on add one. Okay, let's move. I need to provide content type. Let's go ahead and search for the content type. Okay, content type, or you guys can write directly, there is no issue at all. Okay, so what you need to do is copy paste, control C, control V, content type, and this is my value. Control V. Okay. In body, I have a URL encoded, so it should take key value pair. Okay. What is my key value pair? This is a grant type, right? So what I need to do, I need to select a grant type. Then I need to select the value. Okay, guys. Nice. You have filled all the details. Okay. In this top, you can see this is the build step where you have given REST API URL. What is the header information required for your REST API? What are the body information required for your REST API? The second step is the preview. You want to check whether your API is working fine or not. Are you missing any details while giving in the build step? In order to do the verification on the flow, you need to go to preview. How you need to go to preview? You need to click on run step and you need to go to preview. Currently, it will fail for me because as I mentioned, the basic authorization token I have deleted. Okay, because only for demo purpose I given the syntax. I will write the basic authorization token properly so that I can able to get the authorization token. After running my REST API, auth token will be auto generated. Okay, this is the third step where you can able to see the step results. Okay, right now I am getting invalid client credential because my authorization token I given wrongly. I will correct my authorization token and I will provide my token details. After providing my token details, I need to click insert step. Automatically this REST API will be converted to LR scripts. Okay guys, let's move and do that. Okay, after updating my basic authorization token and click on insert step, my script is already ready. It means my REST API is converted to a load runner script. If you guys understand each step how to convert REST API into load runner script, then 80% of your load runner scripting is done for REST API. Okay, let's go ahead and follow the same steps for creating the business endpoint or experience API endpoint. Okay guys, let's move and do that. So what we need to do for REST API endpoint? We need to double click on the REST API endpoint action. Okay, my system is bit slow now. Okay guys. Okay, I am in the REST API endpoint method. What I need to do? I need to go to design. Insert script, go to REST API. The same step I'm going to follow to fill up my REST step properties. Okay guys, my experience details I have noted in my notepad. Make sure you should use your experience API. Okay, as for my demo I am using my experience details. Go to my experience API URL and pasted here. It is a get method. I am good. I need two header. One is authorization, right? Control V. What is the value? I need to pass the auth token. But what I am passing here? I am passing auth underscore token as a variable. Okay guys, it is very important to understand here. Why should I pass auth underscore token instead of passing the token directly? What we are trying to do here is we need to first hit the auth token API, auth token REST API, get the access token string, right? Get the access token string. We will store the access token string into a variable called auth underscore token, and that variable I am passing here for my experience API, so that my experience API always get the live token.
okay, not any expired token. That's the reason I'm passing my live token to my experience API. Okay, we'll see how we are capturing the auth or access token string in the auth token REST API. We will be discussing very next step. Okay, first write the structure of experience API and convert your REST API convert your experience API convert your REST API into load runner script. Okay guys, after doing everything, let me add one more, that is called content type, right? Okay, content type is application slash JSON. Let's do that. Okay, Control V. Instead of clicking run step, I will be clicking insert step. Okay guys, my script is ready now. Boom. Okay, after updating my basic authorization token and click on insert step, my script is already ready. It means my REST API is converted to a load runner script. If you guys understand each step how to convert REST API into load runner script, then 80% of our load runner scripting is done for REST API. Okay, let's go ahead and follow the same steps for creating the business endpoint or experience API endpoint. Okay guys, let's move and do that. So what we need to do for REST API endpoint, we need to double click on the REST API endpoint action. Okay, my system is bit slow now. Okay guys, okay, I am in the REST API endpoint method. What I need to do, I need to go to design, insert script, go to REST API. The same step I'm going to follow to fill up my REST step properties. Okay guys, my experience details I have noted in my notepad. Make sure you should use your experience API. Okay, as for my demo I am using my experience details. Go to my experience API URL and pasted here. It is a get method. I am good. I need two header. One is authorization, right? Control V. What is the value? I need to pass the auth token. But what I am passing here? I am passing auth underscore token as a variable. Okay guys, it is very important to understand here. Why should I pass auth underscore token instead of passing the token directly? What we are trying to do here is we need to first hit the auth token API, auth token REST API, get the access token string, right? Get the access token string. We will store the access token string into a variable called auth underscore token, and that variable I am passing here for my experience API, so that my experience API always get the live token, okay, not any expired token. That's the reason I am passing my live token to my experience API. Okay, we'll see how we are capturing the auth or access token string in the auth token REST API. We will be discussing very next step. Okay, first write the structure of experience API and into load runner script. Okay guys, after doing everything, let me add one more, that is called content type, right? Okay, content type is application slash JSON. Let's do that. Okay, Control V. Instead of clicking run step, I will be clicking insert step. Okay guys, my script is ready now. Boom. Okay guys, let's move to auth token method. and try to capture the access token string. Okay, there is a parameter in LR that is called babe underscore reg underscore save underscore param will help us to fetch the access token string from the auth token REST API response. Okay, let's go ahead and write the syntax. So what we need to do? We need to write auth token, right? So we will give double quote AUTH auth underscore token double quote comma. What we need to do? We need to specify the lower boundary and right boundary. Okay, left boundary and right boundary, guys. Sorry, LB for left boundary, RB for right boundary. How you can find out LB and RB? Let's go ahead to Postman. Let's move to Postman. Okay, guys, you see here, this is your token, right? This is your token. So what is your left boundary? This is your left boundary. Okay, this is your right boundary. Where is your right boundary? Let me pull out. Okay, this is your right boundary. Okay, if you are able to fetch left boundary and right boundary, then you can able to fetch the access token string. Okay, let me write down the specify the left boundary. Okay, write LB left boundary equal to slash forward slash. Okay, single quote. What is there? It is access underscore token, right? Access underscore token. Let me go ahead, write LB underscore double quote access. It is small letter, guys, in the response, so be careful what is there in the response. Access underscore token. Okay, backslash double quote. Then what we have? Colon, right? Then backslash double quote double quote. Okay, this is my left boundary. What is my right boundary? As I explained, right boundary is equal to double quote, right? So what I need to write? Right boundary equal to forward slash double quote. Okay, so I need to close, I need to make a string and write the keyword called last. Okay, guys, let's see, is it looks fine to us or not? What we will do, we will run a quick check. Go ahead and run the scripts. Cannot start replay due to compilation error. See compilation log on output pen for more information. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and fix the issue. Okay, there is some issue in the right boundary, looks like. Let's check what is the issue. We have not started the double quote, right? We need to start the double quote. Let's do Control S. Go ahead and run the. Wow, script is running, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, let's go to output. Okay, no need to worry, there is something failed, we will see. Okay, compilation looks good. Replay. Okay, good. Okay, we'll do one thing. Okay, we will start the extended log. Right now we have very limited logs, right? I've already, guys, helped you during runtime setting, right? Given the complete details what exactly this runtime setting will do. Okay, let's move to runtime setting. Sorry, logs, enable logs. It is a standard log.
go for a extended log. Okay, save the script. Okay, run the script again. Okay, looks like script got failed. That's fine. Okay guys, we are seeing some SSL protocol error. Okay, what I need to do is, let me go ahead and fix this problem. So we have to mention the SSL parameter. Okay guys, okay, I have some of the parameter what we normally do. So I have taken some basic parameter. Let me copy paste. Okay. Okay guys, I will be go through each and every section of this. I will explain you also what is the need, why you are using these parameters. Okay, we are getting the parameter due to this SSL version socket error. Okay, setting the SSL version. So that is the error we are getting right now. So let me go ahead and save this script and run the script. Wow, script is running, right? Let's wait for the result. Wow, script is passed. Awesome, guys. Finally, we are able to get the auth token, runtime, and pass to our experience API or business API. We have achieved the prerequisite 3 steps are there previously, right? We have achieved the first step, how to create auth token, how we are passing the auth token to business API. Now we will discuss the third point, how periodically we need to check the lifespan of the auth token, and we need to regenerate the auth token when it got expired during our execution. Okay, let's move and try to understand how we are going to achieve this. Let's see how to achieve the third point, that is monitoring the lifespan of the auth token periodically and regenerating it once it expires during execution, right? Before going to third point, let's understand the LR function which we had used in our previous session. Okay, the first one is web underscore cache underscore cleanup. It will clear the content of the cache simulator. Okay, it will help us to clean the cache. The second parameter is web set underscore max underscore html underscore param underscore length. It will help to set the maximum length of any HTML string that can be retrieved and saved as a parameter. Okay. The third LR function is web set timeout. Okay. Web set timeout specifies the maximum amount of time that a script wait for the specified operation to be performed. The LR function web set timeout have 3 variety. One is receive, another is connect, another is step. What it will do in connect? Connect will help us to establish the connection to the web server. Receive will help us to time out on the next person of server response to arrive. Step will be timeout on each ViewGen step. Okay guys. The last LR function is web set socket option. This function configure option for sockets on the client machine. Hope it's clear now. Let's go to extra files, that is globals.sh, right? It is extra file under that globals.sh. Okay, you can see there is a global variables are here. Okay, what is our first step? Let's define 3 variables. Okay, what are these variables? We can write integer valid token. Okay, valid valid underscore token. Okay, very good. Let's define one more variable, integer lifespan of token, right?
if my token is valid or not. I will check. I will find out the lifespan of my token during my execution. Okay. So integer lifespan, right? Let's do that. Lifespan underscore token equal to 0. Good, looks good. Then one more we will take, that is called long. Okay, token birth, right? When the token got generated, right? So what variable we can give? Token underscore generation, right? Token generation we can give, or token birth time. Let's take some new variable. Token start time. Start time. Okay guys, we have defined three variable here. One is valid token, okay. Another is lifespan of the token. Another we taken as a token start time or birth time. Okay. At what time this token started. So only we can able to find out, right, how much time this token duration is and when this token is going to expire. Before that we need to generate the token, right? Okay guys, we are very clear about these three variables. Okay, let's go to auth token method. Okay, let's go to auth token method. Okay, we are good. Let's define a variable. Okay, time 1. We need the time, right? Ti, ti1. Okay, okay, very good. ti1. Okay guys, we have defined a variable called long ti1 to time 1, right? Okay, write a condition to check whether we have a valid token or not. Okay, so we'll start a if condition here. If bracket stat, right? Then what we'll do, we have a variable called valid token, right? Valid underscore token. Awesome. If valid token equal to 0, right? Or lifespan of token equal to 0, and bracket stat lifespan underscore token equal to 0. Makes sense guys? We have one closing bracket, we have another closing bracket, start the bracket here, condition. Okay, okay, we are good. Then what we can do here is, okay, so this should not close here, this should be come under here. Before that, what I will do is, we need to continue on error. Okay, let's say you are getting an error, you should be continuing. So there is a LR function called LR underscore continue underscore on underscore error. Okay, LR continue on error. It specify an error handling method. Okay, it helps to continue executing the scripts. So we will go for error handling method, LR underscore continue underscore on underscore error. Okay, bracket 3. Guys, you have a question now, why you will writing 3 here, right? Why not 0, why not 1, why not 2? Okay, so now you have a question on mind, what is this number 3 do here, right? Let's take a pause here, return to slide to understand what the number specify here. Okay,
Now LR underscore continue underscore on error, right? We have given number 3, right? Here are the numbers, guys. This is the C constant, this is the JavaScript constant, and these are the values. Okay, so we have given number 3. Why we have given number 3? Because we are going to skip to next iteration if my current iteration got failed. Why my current iteration will get failed, or why I am going to use 3 directly before starting my script? Because in my script I have started for a token. I am looking for a valid token. I am having or not. I am checking if I am having a valid token, whether my token have a lifespan or not, right? At the initial stage I don't have a token at all, so I don't have a lifespan of my token, right? So in case my script is getting failed, please move to next iteration. Okay guys, let's move to the programming part. Load runner. Okay, let's go to load runner and continue our scripting. Okay, now we have understand why you are passing number 3 in LR underscore continue underscore on error function, right? Okay, looks fine. Then what we need to do here is, currently we already have a token, right guys? Web REST, we are sending the token API. Okay, my script is ending here, right? Web REST is ending here. Okay, looks fine. After hitting my token, so what will happen? We have a valid token now. As we have a valid token now, let's make a valid token variable equal to 1, because we received one token now. Okay, let's write valid underscore token equal to 1. Make sense guys? Make sense. Now what is our next step? We need to find when this token got generated. We need to store the date and time when this token got generated. That is we called as a token birth time, right? What is our variable for token birth time? That is token underscore start time, where we define in the globals.h, right? So which function in LR will help us to find out the token birth time? Okay, so we have a LR function called time. Let's go ahead and find how to use it. We already have a token birth date variable, right? That is token underscore start time. So what we need to do? We need to write token underscore start time equal to, as I mentioned, LR function time will help us to find the date and time. So we need to write %. Okay, what is our variable guys? We in the top we defined it is ti1, right guys? So we are storing the time now. Okay, so can anyone explain me what is this time function will help us? The time function will return the number of seconds elapsed since midnight January 1, 1970. Very important guys, you need to remember it is very important to understand where to use this time function, what this time function is going to give, how we are going to calculate our token birth time. Okay guys, be concentrated and listen. So the time function return the number of seconds elapsed since midnight January 1, 1970 coordinated universal time, that is called UTC, according to the system clock. Okay guys, so what we need to do, the return value we will be stored in the location given by the time pointer. We have given a pointer, that is time pointer is ti1, right? If time pointer is null, the value is not stored. Okay, hope it clear now. Let's move forward. Let's log a message for our reference to know the token birth time value during runtime. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So we will write LR underscore message bracket start. Okay, the time in second, right?
time in seconds from I told 01/01/1970. Very important guys, you need to remember this one. Okay, 1970. Okay, looks fine. What we can do is we need to convert to integers. So percentage d slash n. Okay, ending your double quote, put a comma. What is our token birth date? Right? It is token start time, which we have defined. Token underscore start. Okay, guys, we have stored the date and time here. Okay. But one important thing you need to remember here is it will be a big chunk number. Let's format this time format. That number whatever will return right from the time function, it will be a very big number. So we will not understand what this number signifies. So what we need to do is we need to format that number into a time format. So which LR function will help us in LR function will help us to format it, that is called C time. Okay guys, let's do that. Reformat lr underscore message bracket start double quote formatted. Let's write formatted time and date, right guys, colon. Okay guys, let's format the date and time. So we have written lr underscore message formatted time and date equal to percentage s. Okay, percentage s. Okay, what we need to do after percentage s, we need to close our double quote, comma, then we need to call this function c time. Okay guys, bracket start. Very important guys, you need to remember everything properly. So our time function is ti1. Awesome guys, awesome, looks fine. We need to close one more, so we have formatted that time, birth time, token birth time or token start time. Okay, looks fine. So what we can do now, finally let's move and print the lifespan of the token variable, right? What is the lifespan? Okay, let's go and take a log lr underscore message bracket start. We are not going to do lr message guys, we are going to use output lr underscore output underscore message. Okay guys, what we will do is lifespan value, lifespan of the token value, lifespan of the token value, lifespan of the token value. Okay guys, e colon percentage d, we have to close the double quote bracket, it's a caps lock. Okay, double quote single comma. What is our variable guys? Lifespan variable, lifespan underscore token. Awesome, looks fine, very good. So we already started the if condition, we'll close the if condition here. Then we have a return 0 message guys. See, we have the return 0. Let's delete the extra spaces here. Okay, looks fine. In the auth token side, we have generated the token, we have captured the token time. Now let's move to the REST API point of view, the business API side, that is the REST API endpoint method. Okay guys, let's move to REST API endpoint method. Okay guys, now we are in the REST API endpoint method. Okay, let's declare two variables here.
Previously we have declared some variable there as well, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do declare some variable here. It's a long. Okay, what we need to declare here is time variable, right? So we will write ti2. There we declare as a ti1, here we declare as a ti2. We need one more. What is the integer? Okay, response count. Response count in sense, once you hit your business API, you are getting a response, you are validating your response, right? How many times your response you have validated, and whether what is the count, right? For that purpose I'm going to write a response count. Response count. Okay guys, 1 second, let me write response underscore count, okay, equal to 0. Okay guys, we have declared these two variables. One is long ti2, another one is integer response underscore count equal to 0 to find out the response count. Okay, let's move and go ahead and write the if condition. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, start the if condition. If bracket start, if bracket start, what is, we have a valid token right now, right? So what we will write, if valid token, if valid underscore token equal to 1, right? Okay, if it is 1, I have a token, valid token now, that's the reason I'm writing 1. So I start my bracket here. So what I need to do here is, I don't need to close here, we need to close at end. Okay, looks fine. So inside this, what we'll do, we have to continue in case we are getting error. So what is that function, LR function guys? Do you remember? We have used in the auth token side, that is LR underscore continue underscore on error, right? Let's write that one. LR underscore continue underscore on underscore error, right? Here we will pass 1. Previously we passed the 3. Here we are passing 1, because once we get a error, please proceed to the next step. Okay, you need to verify whether you have received a response from your business API or not, right? So we need to verify whether once we have valid token is available with us and we have hit the business API. Now our stage is to verify whether I have received a response from my business API or not. Okay, so the purpose here is, you need to verify whether you have received a response from your business API. In order to confirm, you need to check a keyword which should be present in your business API response. Means you are taking some parameter or some keyword from the response and check whether this keyword is present in your API response or not. Okay, then only you can confirm, right, we are getting our desired response or not. Okay guys, let's find out a keyword from the response. Let's go to Postman. Okay guys, currently we are in Postman in the show order API, right? Once we get a response for show order, if you see, this is my response. Let's suppose I am taking currency underscore code as a keyword in my response, and I will validate in my program stating that if I am getting a currency underscore code in response, then I can assume that I have received my desired response for show order. Okay guys, let's go ahead and implement currency code check in our program. Okay, there is a LR function called web underscore reg underscore find. Okay guys, so we have written web underscore reg underscore find. We have a parameter called text. Text is equal to currency underscore code. Why we have written currency underscore code? Because this is the keyword present in the response of business API, right? To make sure if you are getting this currency underscore code keyword in the response, then we can confirm that we are getting a desired response from the business API. Okay guys, and we have the second parameter called save count. Save count we have given as a response underscore count, and the third parameter is the last argument. Okay guys, looks fine so far. Great job. I'm super excited. I think you guys are also super excited, right? To know what's going on next. Okay, now come to the stage where we need to validate now. Okay, so before hitting the web REST API, what we need to do? We need to define our transaction, guys. Okay, before hitting the API, we should start the transaction. After the API, we will end the transaction. Okay, so that we can measure the response time for our business API. Okay, so let's start lr underscore start underscore transaction. Awesome. Good job. Bracket stat. Okay. There is some spelling mistake here because the color code got not changed. Right guys? lr underscore start underscore transaction. Bracket stat double quote. Let's suppose my transaction name is get order. Okay guys. Okay. Looks fine. Awesome. We have started our transaction. Let's move to the API endpoint. Okay. It is very interesting now so far, right? What is our next step? We will find the lifespan of the token now. Already we have started the token. We got the response from the business API. Let's find the lifespan of the token. Okay, let's write lifespan. Okay, underscore token, right? Equal to the time parameter we will use, guys. Remember, what is our time parameter? First one, ti2, right? Minus, what is our token birth time? Token birth time is token underscore start time. Start time. IME. Okay, looks fine. So we have differentiated from the token generation time, right? So what is the current time minus token generation time is our lifespan of the token now. Let's format it and print it. Okay, so let's format lr underscore message. Okay, bracket start double quote, guys, time in seconds. Okay, time in seconds from 1/1/1970. Okay guys, okay, looks fine. Percentile d slash n double quote, will close it. Okay, what is our time formation we have done? It is time t2, right? ti2 bracket close. Okay guys, bracket close column. But we did a mistake here. We need to write the ampersand. Okay, awesome. Okay, we are good. Now print. This is ti2, right? The time. Now we will format the ti2 time by the help of ctime function, right? lr underscore message bracket stat double quote formatted time, and date, percentile s. Okay, it is a string, so percentile s bracket stat, then the function we will use is the c time. Okay guys, bracket stat percentile ti2. Looks good. Very good. Looks good. We have got the time. We printed it and we formatted it. Okay. Let's print the lifespan of the time also. Okay. So lr underscore output underscore message. Okay. Double code. Lifespan of the token is lifespan underscore token is percentile d double quote single. Okay, then we need to write the variable name, guys. Okay, lifespan underscore token. Okay, guys, looks fine. Are you good? Okay, let's find the set count. Set count, what the parameter we given? Response count. How many response we have received, right? It is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's do that. Response count response underscore count CUNT. Okay, response count equal to ATOI. Okay, there is LR function called ATOI. It will convert string to an integer value. Okay, ATOI bracket stat LR underscore eval underscore string. Pass the string here. Bracket started. Okay, guys, double code parameter. What we are passing here? Response count, right? So response response underscore count. Okay, guys, what we have done so far is we are trying to convert string into integer. Okay, good. So we got the integer value for response count. Okay, there is a question in your mind. What did this lr underscore eval underscore string is doing here? It will help us to return the string argument after evaluating embedded parameters. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go to the stage where we need to check. Already we have started the transaction. Now we need to end the transaction, right? In case, what we are going to do now, we need to check if response underscore count equal to 0. It means we not received any response from the business API. Then what we need to do? We need to fail the transaction because we have not received the response, right? If you are getting response underscore count equal to 1, it means we have some response in our business API, so we can make the transaction as a pass, right? Okay, let's implement this if condition logic. If bracket start, very good, guys, let's concentrate here. Response, okay, equal to 0, bracket start. Awesome. So what we need to do? Valid underscore token. Token we already received, right? That's the reason we are getting the token. So valid underscore token is equal to 1. Then lr underscore end underscore transaction, guys. We are going to stop the transaction, right? Lr start transaction and lr end transaction. So what is our transaction name? Our transaction name is get underscore order, right, guys? Yes, bracket start lr underscore fail. Why we are getting fail? Because we are not receiving any response from the business API, right? How you know you are not getting any response from the business API? Because if my response count equal to 0. Okay, makes sense. Looks fine. Write the else condition. If you are getting your response count equal to 1, It means you are getting a response from the business API, then your count should be 1, right? So what we need to do? We need to start the else condition. Here, same thing I am going to write. So I just copy paste this thing, valid underscore token equal to 1, that is true. Token I am receiving. LR underscore fail, no, it should be LR underscore pass, because I got a response from the business API. Guys, be concentrated here. Let's suppose your auth token lifespan is 1 hour. After each 1 hour, you need to create a fresh token to continue your execution, right? Let's come to the mathematic calculation. Let's suppose your token is going to expire in 1 hour, right? So what you need to do? You need to get a fresh token before 1 hour to continue your execution without any interruption, right? So let's come to the mathematics calculation. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes equal to 3600 seconds. So before 3000 seconds, I need to get a fresh token. So we need to get a fresh token every 3400 seconds, right? Before it got expired. So what I need to do? I need to write a if condition again. Okay guys, if bracket start lifespan of my token, right? Where is my lifespan of my token? Control C is my lifespan of my token, okay, greater than equal to 3400 seconds. Okay, come to the place. What I need to do, guys? I need to reset all the values whatever I have, right? Then only I get a fresh token. So when I'm getting a fresh token, all the variable values should be reset to 0. Okay, looks good. Okay, what is my token start time? Token underscore start time equal to 0. Makes sense. Then valid token, guys, right? Valid underscore token equal to 0. Awesome, guys. You have completed the program now. Let's quickly understand what you have done so far. I think you are very clear in each steps what we have done so far. Okay, after getting fresh token in 3400 seconds, we need to reset our all the parameters. Then you know why I am using 3400 seconds, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes is equal to 3600 seconds. Before 3600 seconds, I need to get a fresh token. That's what, instead of using 3600 second, I am using 3400 second. Before it got expired, I need a fresh token. That's the reason I am getting a fresh token. As soon as I am getting a fresh token, I am resetting all my variables value to 0. Okay guys, looks good. Let's run and see how it works. So excited, right? Let's move. Okay guys, I am super excited to run the program now. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, let's see how it works. Wow, compile script is successful. Awesome. Looks good. Looks good. Still running. Wow, it's failed. Wow, right? Let's see. Go ahead and see what is the issue here. Right, guys? So there is a proverb, right? Before touching the rose, you should go through the nails of the rose, right? So we will see. We should not afraid on the errors. Okay. Let's see what is the error. We will resolve it. Okay. So the error is some unresolved symbol in time in the REST API end, right? Okay, some mistake in the REST API end. Let's go ahead and see what is the issue there. Okay, guys, there is a capital letter here, right? It should be small letter. Okay, awesome. Let's save it. Run it, guys. Wow, compile is successful. Running is successful.
Wow, nice, great. We have successfully able to run the program, right? Guys, let's understand how dynamically it's fetching the values. Go to output. It's very important for us to understand the things, right? Let me do one thing. What I need to do is, you can able to see here, this is the auth token, right? So let me copy these logs in this notepad. Let me paste it here. Okay, this is the auth token side, and let me go ahead. Okay, lifespan of the, because we beginning we don't have a token, so lifespan of the token value is 0. Looks fine to me. So we got a token here. You guys see? See all tab. You can see now time second. So there is a second difference, 49:56 token got generated, and this is the formatted time 49:57. So lifespan of the token is 1. So it is successfully good. We no need to reset our parameter, guys, because when we reset, it is when it is greater than 3400, right? Awesome, guys. Are you able to successfully able to do it and you implement it? I really appreciate your patience and understanding throughout the lecture. It is a bit lengthy video, but I try to give as much as my possible to clear all your doubts. So once you see the video, you can easily implement same concept in your project. Okay? Any question? Feel free to comment below. See you in the next chapter. Okay guys, happy learning. Thank you.